Okay, so I'm going to test 3 knives today. First one up is going to be a Gayle Bradley, Spyderco Gayle Bradley. This is a first run. The first run, you can tell it's a first run because there's no logo, no Texas logo, no Gayle Bradley logo. Also has full stainless liners. They're not skeletonized or anything. So these were supposed to be run relatively hard, between 64 and 66 HRC. And this will be the first knife I test. This will be kind of the control knife. Also have a couple customs from OTK. David Williamson. I just got one in today in S110V at 63 HRC, and I've had for a little while a DC Slicer in K390 at 64 HRC. So these should all be good edge retention knives, and I'm just going to start with the Gayle Bradley for now. Also, all the knives are at a 30 degree inclusive edge, taken all the way from 400 grit diamond stones all the way down to 0.4 micron ceramic stones, and then stropped with 1 micron and 0.5 microns. So I'll go ahead and start. It's this 10 foot 3/8 inch sisal rope, and I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of these tests before with Jim Ankerson, Crimson Tider, Jay Davis 882, all those guys. This will be relatively similar. Also, it's not a scientific test, just having some fun. All 3 of these knives also had a hair whittling edge before we started. And with the Wicked Edge system, anyone can get a hair whittling edge with these things. As you can see, the Gayle Bradley cut's really nice. It's only 0.02, I wrote it down here, 0.019 behind the edge, so relatively thin for a production blade. Alright, let's go ahead and test the sharpness after a few cuts. Still just about perfect. Yeah. Alright, keep going. And I'm going to try to go pretty fast. I don't want to make this video ridiculously long because I got 10 feet of rope, also got a few cardboard boxes to cut up as well. Test the sharpness again. As you can see, still slicing foam paper pretty easily. Still shaving hair as well. Really comfortable knife too. I haven't even thought about it yet until just now. The jimping's not too aggressive or anything. This is my EDC. I carry this knife every day. Nothing's kicked it out of my pocket, so I already have a lot of use with this knife. And you can see how aggressive it cuts. Even with that super fine edge I put on there, M4 just keeps a super aggressive, keen edge. Just cuts beautifully. I think that's why a lot of people love M4. Not stainless, but it does good enough. Alright, we're getting pretty close here. Got about 2.5 feet left. Go ahead and test the sharpness again. Pretty impressive. I've done M4 with Benchmade with their newer heat treat. I've done M390, 20 CP. Just never put them on video before. And I gotta say, this is pretty impressive. I don't even feel anything in the edge. It feels really smooth. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, no rolls or anything. Keep going. Alright, last little bit. I'll try to keep away from the tape on the end here. And last cut. There we go. So I was trying to use primarily this small part of edge here. It cuts so aggressive though, it was almost push cutting it the whole time. Yeah, let's wipe it off and see what the final outcome of the rope test is. Yeah, it's tearing a little bit, but still a lot better than most steels I've done this with. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the cardboard here real quick. Alright, for each knife I'm going to do 2 of these large boxes here. And I'm just going to go straight through. I'm not going to cut them up. We'll just call it double-sided, whatever, thicker. And as you can figure, being the knife is relatively thick on the backbone there. It's about 0.114. I shouldn't say thick, but thicker than a lot of slicer knives. Pretty tough knife, but it still just glides right through this cardboard. really comfortable knife too. I can just put my thumb right on the kind of swedge area there, or use the jimping. I use the jimping for the rope, and for the cardboard I'm just using a draw. Really simple. Flies right through this. Alright, one down. Let's test the sharpness again real quick while the edge is nice and hot. Yeah, it's hot. Even with a little bit of glue on there, still cutting phone book paper, no problem. Tearing a little bit there. I think that's because of the glue though. You can see it still slices through there pretty good. I'm not going to push cut, obviously. It's cut quite a bit of nasty stuff, but still slices. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Okay, last box. Concludes the test. I'll go in and see if we can cut hair. Highly doubtful. Still got a decent edge on there. It's grabbing a little. Nope, no hair. Test it on the paper again here. And to be expected, the edge isn't perfect. It's tearing the paper in a few spots. Could have a roll or two. I don't know though, still pretty clean. Probably see some of the glue on there as well. Could have something to do with it pulling on the paper, but nonetheless, it's still slicing it. That's all the way through the whole edge. Alright, excellent steel, obviously. M4, we're going to test a couple of these super steels here in a minute. S110V and K390. So, yeah, that's going to end it. Thanks for watching.